Hello and welcome back to Stories with me, Jesse. Today we're once again looking into the experiences of people who have to argue with stubborn individuals that they are not an employee and would like to be left alone over at Reddit/IDWH. Let me know what you think of these stories in the comments and feel free to provide your own suggestions for anything I should feature in a future installment. If reasoning fails, turn around and walk away, because we're getting started now. Our first story is titled, "No, Karen, I cannot help you go to the bathroom." In high school, I worked for a national movie theater chain. While they've since changed them, the uniform at the time consisted of navy blue trousers and a red polo. Nearby, in the same plaza, there were several restaurants and fast food places. Among these was a Panda Express. During my 15-minute break, I'd been at Panda and in line ordering and waiting to pay for my food. I was minding my own business and hoping that I could get out of there quickly enough to have time to inhale my orange chicken prior to darting back to the office when my break ended. I'm a bit zoned out, so I became rather startled upon an abrupt ahem, accompanied by a tap on my shoulder. I turned and looked in the sight of what we all know now to be a Karen. "Oh, I'm sorry, was I in your way?" This is my default line of thinking, and I have terrible social anxiety.
"I said I need to go to the bathroom."
Me pointing, well, it's over that way, I think.
"I know that, obviously."
Me confused at this point, because I'm not at all in the way of her getting to the bathroom, and now she's admitted to knowing where it is. I don't know what—
"I need the key!"
At this point, it's time for me to pay for my food. Remember, I'm on the outside of the glass/counter and waiting in a line. I figure maybe she is trying to get past me to ask the cashier for the bathroom key. So I step back and make room for her to go ahead of me. She doesn't.
"I asked you for the bathroom key! Do you not know how to do your job?"
I finally realize that she thinks I'm employed here. I guess maybe it's because my work shirt is red, and so are the employee uniforms here. Me awkwardly pointing at the cinema logo on my polo. I'm just on break. I don't. She must not have looked at the gestures I'd made to the uniform of the company I'm actually employed by.
"Is this your manager?"
Turns to cashier.
"Your employee is so rude! Just because she's on her break, she's refusing to help me go to the bathroom! She needs to be fired!"
"Ma'am, she doesn't work here. Will you be purchasing a meal? Our restrooms are for customers only." Karen sputters, then turns and storms out of the place to terrorize some other establishment with a public restroom. They totally allowed people to use the bathrooms without buying food, by the way. I think they just wanted to have her leave the store because of the scene she just made. Damn, if I was the employee witnessing that experience occur in front of me, I would have done the same exact thing. Should have told her it was around back, because in all honesty, that trashy attitude and entitlement belongs in the f***ing dumpster. Good riddance. Moving on, our next story is called, "This is the weirdest I don't work here that I have ever experienced." So I dispatch roadside assistance for a motor club. No, not that awesome one you're thinking of. They're shitty competition. Yeah, that's my job. This occurred a couple to a few weeks ago. Dramatis personae. Me, Valerie, a lovely young lady, just trying to do her job. Damien, a coworker and friend of mine, who's part of the same guild as me and not one, but two different MMOs. So it's my day off and I'm chillaxing at the crib, surfing the net and posting on various forums. When my phone rings, I answer it like, "Hello? Suddenly Hanabi? Hello, this is Valerie from company that competes with mine and is somehow even lower on the totem pole. I have a customer in a box truck who's broken down with a flat tire. I was hoping you could help." I have been doing my job far too long. My brain instantly shifted into customer service mode, and Pavlovian conditioning took over, full-on phone voice and everything. "Okay, I could probably help with that. What kind of box truck?" "A 2001 Isuzu NPR. "The Isuzu NPR, I said, closing a tab in YouTube and opening two tabs, one for Google and one for FindTruckService.com. "That ought to be like a 235/80R18 tire, right? They got a spare?" "No, they'll need a tire delivered and installed." "Okay, that's not too tall an order. That's a pretty easy tire size to get. What zip code is the customer in?" Valerie told me my city zip code. "No shit, that's my city of residence," I said as entered in Find Truck Service. "We got some good outfits around here. I can get you the names and numbers of a few good prospects." "Isn't tire delivery what you do?" she asks me, confused. No, I said. "I'm roadside assistance dispatcher. Just like you, I imagine, at my company. But I'm not on schedule today. This is my day off. You've got me on my personal cell. I'm not working today." Valerie paused for a long moment. "Okay, so why are you trying to help me?" "Because I'm damn good at this. Now, do you want these phone numbers or not?" Sure. So I give her some recommendations and hung up and returned to my hectic schedule of drinking and fishing in Terraria. About an hour and a half goes by, and my phone rings again. I answer it. Hello? Hey, this is Damien at work. I'm seeking help with a tire delivery for a box truck in our town. Can you provide assistance? Apparently, the customer's insurance hadn't come through for her, and she called her aftermarket warranty line. Dude, Damien, it's me, Suddenly Hanabi. We work together. We have a raid plan for tomorrow? Wait, what? He asked me. Yeah, man, you caught me on my personal cell phone, I told him. I'm drinking beer and watching. I stopped, remembering all our calls are recorded. Documentaries. No way, he said. Way, I answered. And get this is the second call I've gotten about this today. What in God's name company are you trying to get a hold of? What number are you dialing? He named a local outfit I'm not familiar with, which probably means they're pretty trash, and reeled off a phone number that wasn't even close to mine. I told him that, and he told me that on their main menu, the option for a mobile mechanic was option 4, and he hit it and the call just automatically went to me. Obviously, their previous mobile technician had the same cell number at one time that I currently use, and I'd have to call that service provider and have them sort it out. I confirmed we were still on for the Wednesday raid, and we hung up. I didn't need to recommend him local companies. Damien is just as good as I am at what we do, and has every resource that I do. I just turned my phone off for the rest of the day, and drank and played Vidya, and watched the prawns in peace. I've since made 3 phone calls to the wrecker service, and asked them to stop routing their mobile mechanic calls to my phone number. I think they fixed it. I haven't gotten any more since. It's just the weirdest I don't work here lady story, because I work really adjacent to there, and it's just a freak chance that brought their phone calls to me. Whoa. That certainly is a bizarre and funny coincidence that you were accidentally receiving calls that fully related to the work that you specialize in, and what better way to handle the situation than to roll your sleeves up and help out anyway. Like, that is totally an I don't work here lady but I totally could story, and you definitely rose up to the occasion. You should have gotten a promotion or something. Our next story is titled, She Didn't Work There. This is a bit the reverse of what you would usually see here, as I am the customer in this story. Also, this is my first post here, so sorry if it isn't correctly formatted. A few years ago, my wife and me had an evening out at an average restaurant, average in the prices, but the food was great. The restaurant was one big open room with large windows, and it was kind of split in 2 sections, but there were no physical barriers or anything like that. It was just one section with single tables for couples, and another section with joined tables for larger groups. My wife and me were sitting at one of the single tables, and I had my back to the group section. We just ordered an appetizer. It was a beautiful summer evening, but because the sun was setting, it was shining through the window, directly into my eyes. I was looking around to ask the personnel if we could close the blinds a bit, and noticed one of the waitresses was already closing the blinds on another window. When she turned around, I politely asked her, "Excuse me, but would it be possible to also close the blinds on the other window? The sun is a bit annoying." She looked a bit confused, but said, "Sure," and closed them. At this point, I noticed a bit of laughter at one of the tables of the group section, and when the waitress went back to the table where the laughter came from and sat down, it finally dawned on me that she wasn't a waitress at all, but just someone from the group at the table that went to close the blinds because the sun was annoying her too. I turned red and immediately started to apologize, but luckily the entire group had a great sense of humor and laughed the whole thing away. Oh no! Well, at least that girl was kind enough to just do it, although she would have been just as right for saying, "I don't work here." At least you felt bad once you realized, and this kind of thing apparently happens all the time. At least often enough to hear the stories that people share with us. Our final story is titled, "No, I absolutely won't come with you to your car." So I'm 15 and female. This morning, my older brother called me because the key to his car wasn't working, electric short, and he wanted me to wake my dad up so we could bring him the spare. That I did, so my dad drives us to this 7-Eleven parking lot that my brother is stuck in and hands me his card, telling me to grab him a Coke Zero and get myself something to drink and eat. It's 7:30 a.m. I'm wearing fuzzy slipper boots, leggings, a sick Persona 5 mask that I sewed myself, AirPods, and a Marvel hoodie. I have cotton candy pink hair, and I wear glasses. I'm also 5'1" and look way younger than I actually am unless I'm wearing makeup. In comes Bill. Bill is somewhere over 6 feet tall and large. I don't know if it was fat or muscle, but he was big. I don't have social anxiety. My dad is a musician, so I'm used to being approached by adults that I don't know and can generally hold friendly conversation. Help people who need help, stuff like that. This guy is not wearing a mask. He looks like if Guy Fieri, the dude from Duck Dynasty, and Joe Exotic had a 400-pound love child. He's wearing a sleeveless muscle shirt with the words "Keep America Great" on it and a graphic of the president holding a guitar. I'm standing in front of the fridge door that had energy drinks in it when Bill over here taps on my shoulder. I turned around. In this moment, I felt like Derek Shepard when the semi-truck was coming. Pure fear. The conversation went as follows. "Hey, sorry, am I in your way?"
"You're awfully young to be working here. Can I see your manager? I don't think pants like that should be allowed on the job."
Me now, very confused. "I'm sorry, I don't work here. Do you need help? I can get an employee if you need." I picked up 2 orange monsters. My AP test is on the 11th, and I need to get my sleep schedule back on track, so I'm pulling an all-nighter and move 6 feet away from this guy. I already had my dad's soda tucked under my arm.
"Are you one of them illegal girls who does free car washes? Can you clean out my passenger seat and come home with me? Nobody'll notice. Just say you're on your break."
That escalated quickly. For context, I'm black, white, Hispanic mixed, but didn't end up with curly hair or blue eyes. I have brown eyes and very thick and wavy dark brown hair that's balayaged pink from right above my ears to the end. "No, I'm sorry. Let me find you an employee."
"Nah, it'll be just fine."
Bill then reaches for my free hand, which I very sharply pull away. I started walking to the front of the store, and he follows a few feet behind. I put my things on the counter and start to check out. Bill is standing like a foot behind me. "Good morning. Did you find everything okay?" "Good morning, yes, I did. Thank you for asking." Bill now yelling,
Excuse me. I can see that you're friends and all, but your employee has been absolutely disgusting to me, and I want my gas pumped for free."
"I'm sorry, she's not an employee. She's a customer."
"No, she is not. She offered to help me in the aisle back there."
"Sir, that was probably just her practicing common courtesy. Is your chip reader working, or should I swipe?"
"I want your manager now."
"Sir, I'm the only person here right now. The manager will be here at 10 a.m. I'm standing there, holding the cart and waiting for this dude to back off and grab a little tube of donuts from the counter for my troubles, then place it down since I hadn't paid yet. Bill then huffs and storms out, gets into a 4x4 with wheels as tall as me, and very aggressively drives away as Hotel California blares from the speakers. I could hear it from inside the store. "The chip reader works. Go ahead. The total is $11.24. I left and found my dad, handed him the bag and told him my tale. We leave. On the way home, we pass Bill's truck. I don't think he saw us. I hope he didn't. We were in a Prius. 4x4 versus Prius never goes well for the Prius. Seriously? What the hell was this person thinking? And why were they being so gross and disturbing? Harassing and grabbing a 15-year-old girl like that? I mean, between the pink hair and the slippers, there's no way he didn't know that she didn't work there. What a creep. My daughter just recently turned 13, an age that isn't so far off from the girl in this story. And I totally go into overprotective dad mode whenever I hear these kinds of horrible experiences. If it was any worse, I probably would have rather slipped it into one of the creepy encounters videos. But at least it ended well, and that jerk let her be. Eventually. I'd love to know your thoughts on this weirdo, and invite a discussion in the comments. Anyways, that's all the time we have for today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you once again for tuning in with me, Jesse. What did you think of these stories? Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more content, and check out what other stories I have for you. Have a little respect for yourself and others today. Stay positive and keep on smiling. I'll catch you in the next one.